Now let's talk about decisions. I look at the decisions that we make today and the habits that you adopt are planting seeds for your tomorrow, right? Mm-hmm. And I think there's a lot of people who they just feel like, well, whatever I do today is minuscule. It's just, it's whatever. It doesn't really matter. I just, had a slice of pizza, or I just had a, this or whatever. And then come tomorrow, you're looking at your stomach like, I don't like the way my stomach looks. Well, you did that to your stomach yesterday, not today. That didn't start today.
Yeah, I've definitely done that way too many times.
Absolutely. Right. So how important are the decisions we make today? How does that set the tone for our tomorrow, especially when it comes to choosing a partner, right? Mm-hmm. How important is that part, that partner that you're about to be with, that you're with? How important is that selection for a man and a woman?
Mm-hmm. I'll say this in two parts. Number one, our decisions do affect, or whatever decision that we make today, it will affect us tomorrow, but also it not only affects you, but it affects those that you love and those that love you. Mm-hmm. Right now, like if I look in the mirror, I just see myself as an individual.
Right, of course.
But on the other hand, from a different lens, my son sees me as his father. My mom, my father see me as their son.
Right.
So if I make a decision of, let's say, involving myself with a young lady who may not be the best choice I should be making.
Right.
Of course.
Even though she may, let's be honest, even though I may think, oh man, we can get married and shit, I can sex her down. Okay, that's fine and dandy. That's fine and dandy. But even though she may be a great sex partner, she may be a horrible stepmother.
Oh man.
She may be a horrible daughter-in-law.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So I have to look beyond my feelings or emotion or my desire to look and see if this person best qualified for everything that I have possession of, not just for today, but for tomorrow. And even pertaining to choosing a spouse or choosing a potential mate. One of the things I have to look at is, even with the habit, I'm throw this in first, even with, let's say, a habit, they always say, when you do things one time, it's a mistake. But when you do it twice or more, it becomes a habit.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times what we do, sometimes we make a continual habit of making wrong decisions.
Of course.
Because we don't learn from our, not mistakes, but learn from our choices.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Unfortunately, many times we just look at the here and now.
Right.
There are so many people right now who may have had a tattoo, or gotten a tattoo 40 years ago.
Oh, man.
But 40 years later, they look in the mirror and they hate themselves because of the choice or the decision that they made by getting a particular tattoo based on how they felt. I always tell people, you don't go by your feelings because feelings are fickle.
Right.
You don't go by feelings, you go by facts.
Right.
Okay, if I do this, what are the, not just the benefits, but what are the consequences? Mm-hmm. We don't think about consequences, and not only consequences for maybe one or two things, but long-term consequences and to this full extent. If I try to break into somebody's house, only thing I can think about, well, you know what? They may have a dog. I might not be able to get anything. But on the other hand, I'm not thinking about what if they inside, they blow my brains out. We don't think about that. Yeah. So for us to be able to just look at whatever decision that we make, can we live with those choices? Mm-hmm. And then also now, getting ready to choose someone that you want to be with. Mm-hmm. As a man, well, we really have to understand our value, our worth. Mm-hmm. If we don't understand our value, our worth, we don't understand the importance of the decision that we make in choosing a helpmate. Mm-hmm. Because we as men, we're supposed to be the leaders.
Right. Of course.
And as us being the leaders or the providers or the protectors, if we don't really know who we are, instead of us choosing a helpmate, we end up getting a hurt mate. Mm-hmm. We end up getting somebody or choosing somebody that will not best suit the purpose and plan that God has for us, not just for right now, but long term. Okay,
so now you mentioned something that I like, and I wanted to go back to two different things here. But the first one was about choosing the right helpmate. So now a lot of women might feel like and I like to always say, well, before you make someone a leader, make sure they're qualified.
Right.
And I think a lot of women, they get into something with a guy and things kind of get shaky, or they kind of find out, well, he don't ever get off the video games, or he don't ever put down the smoke. And it's just like, well, you should have investigated. And I think it's unfair to now expect maybe him to change all of the sudden.
Because he's always been doing something.
Because he's always been doing something. You maybe you failed to investigate. I know sometimes people can hide certain things, but I think generally speaking, I kind of look at that and go, you gotta allow him to lead. But before you allow him to lead,
look at his habits.
Right. Make sure you know where he's going.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the first question. The second one, because you said something earlier and I was like, oh man, I gotta speak on this. I gotta say something about this. How important, and I feel like a lot of people overlook this here. It might just be me. How important is it to evaluate the family of the person in which you plan to be with?
Yes.
Because some people come from backgrounds. Right. That they might have a tendency to yell a lot in the home.
Yeah.
And you might come from a different culture, background. I mean, there's just so many things. How do you...
you get to see their upbringing.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes.
How can you bring these things together? Not necessarily judging and saying, oh, you're going to be just like your mama. I see your mama crazy. If her mama crazy, then she's going to be...
Yes, definitely.
I'm not necessarily saying that because people are different. But I do think that you were brought up a certain way. You were brought up... And that's... It's going to reflect on us. Even if it's just a tad bit, the way the way you speak is the way you were spoken to.
Of course.
Right?
Of course.
How important is it to take a look at the family and through what lens should you be looking at that family? So our viewers aren't confused to just, I'm just going to judge the family crazy, you crazy. Nah, let me run.
Everybody crazy over there.
Right? So through what lens should you be looking at that? And also for the ladies, how do you make sure a man is qualified before you give him, or give him that type of submission? Because a lot of ladies, they don't want to give that kind of submission. It's
Matter of fact, women hate the word submit.
They hate that word. They hate that. They don't even want to hear it.
Yeah.
I would say this: some young ladies, they love that word, but they submit to the wrong one.
Okay, true.
And then the ones that the right guy choose someone that don't submit. So it's bad.
Everybody's always
so now everybody's angry.
Now I don't want to forget your question.
Okay.
Now the first one.
Yes.
The first one I do have to say pertaining to the selection.
Yes.
Okay. Now, ladies have to understand, if you are wanting to be married, if you want to be a wife to a husband, you have to understand the importance of that particular role before you choose to receive him into your life. Now, first and foremost, the woman must understand that you're not just choosing your husband, but you're choosing not just your provider, your protector, but your spiritual leader within the home.
Oh, wow, that's deep.
Yeah.
As a young lady, you have to understand that you're choosing the pastor of your home.